In this video, I'm gonna show you how to turn this cute bear into this. So first of all, very simple, just cut his head off. And his arm, of course, too. Now he still looks way too clean and not damaged, so I took him outside and put him on fire. And although this did a lot to make him look damaged, you know, because he is damaged, he still looks a bit too clean. So I took some brown paint, mixed it with water and put it on the bear. I forgot to say this, but his eyes looked way too cute for a creepy bear. So I took them out and I'm now going to replace one with a button. Now for the ultrasonic sensor, just cut his belly wide open. Now back to the arm or paw. Either way, we need to sew the opening shut so the stuffing doesn't come out. We'll need to be able to turn this with a servo, so just glue and sew this part to the arm. This is purely visual, but I decided to sew the end of the hat in place. Finally, time for some electronics. If you want to make this yourself, you can just come back to this part in the video to see the schematic. As always, I started by removing all the pins from the Arduino so I would be able to solder everything together. I soldered the Arduino UNO and NANO together and glued one on each side of the piece of cardboard. Now it's time to get the audio on a micro SD card. As you can see, I created the audio in Audacity by combining many free sound effects and editing them together. You can download it in the description, but I encourage you to try and make your own version. I know literally nothing about audio editing and was able to create this, so yeah. Then export it as a .wav file and open onlineconvert.com. Click on audio converter and select WAV file type. Then adjust all the settings as you can see here. Now import the audio file and click on Start Conversion. And now finally just download the file and put it on the micro SD card. As you can see, I've already inserted the SD card into the SD card reader and I'm now going to solder it to the Arduino. Just like the Arduinos, I'm going to glue the SD card reader to the cardboard. Now it's time to solder the servos to the Arduino Nano. Now the speaker, the ultrasonic sensor, and finally the connection thing. Once again, I don't know what it's called, but the right name should be in the description. Now that all the soldering is done, we can cover it with tape to make sure none of the wires get stuck on any of the stuffing. Time to torture this poor bear a bit more. So we can just cut open his entire back and take out 90% of the stuffing. We can now put the Arduinos inside the bear. The ultrasonic sensor is a bit annoying, but you can attach it just by sewing it. Although you can also do it by gluing, but that's not quite as good. I didn't even bother sewing or gluing the speaker to the inside of the bear, since the pressure of all the stuffing is enough to keep it in place. You can now put the servos through the two holes for the arm and head. You just need to be sure you get the right servo through the right hole. Now that everything is in place, you can sew his back together. Sew the servo in place and screw the arm to the servo. If it still doesn't look like it's completely attached, you can sew the back of the arm to the body. Finally, you can put some stuffing on the sensor to hide it. Now just connect it to a plug and put the head back on the body. If you didn't already know, I did another version of this project last year, and I loved it so much that I decided to do it again, but better this year. And I honestly think I succeeded. I really love making these, so I will definitely make this a series and try to make something creepier every Halloween. And of course, as always, I hope you liked the video. If you did, like and consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it.